Okay guys, welcome back to the ProBrick exclusive YouTube channel. Subscribe, ring the bell, and let's see what we got.
Who have not done what she wanted with her life.
I can't stand a bitch in her 50s, 60s, 70s hating on a younger, successful woman. Not only is the bitch old and miserable, she's big mad that she married a fucking cheater. She's mad that
How's that, guys? These old women, 40, 50, 35, 40, 50, 60, their life gets away on them. And what happens is when their fucking husbands get sick of them or whatever trouble they're starting to cause, I've seen it starting to surface a little bit in the last girlfriend. She started to crash a bit. They turn to their children, and sometimes the children won't swallow them, but it depends how dependent they are. My father's had a girlfriend for the last 13 years, 60, 70 something year olds they are, and she had two sons, and they were very highly educated professors, and they had no dependency on their mother whatsoever, so there was no interference between my father and his partner. But the one I had, she had sons that were drug addicts and no career or anything like that, and they were totally dependent on her, and to some extent, just as equally, she was dependent on them. And I don't say that with any offence, it was just the way that it was, and it was so bad, I couldn't even go to her place. So it all come to a head on her when there was a family event, and it was either them go or I go, which I knew it was better for them to go. That wasn't my problem. The problem was that it had all gone too far, and it was time to fucking move on. But see how these old women, she was 50-something, that woman, smoked all her life and all the rest of it. Good luck with what she's going to do, because they just don't care. When people value unresolved over and above resolve, let them go, mate. They're only going to be trouble.
that she had kids and she didn't live her best fucking life when she was younger. She's mad that she ain't making as much money as she could possibly be making. See, she's a weak bitch because she hid behind her relationship, her marriage.
Well, I don't agree with this woman. I think women that get married make the right choice. She didn't hide behind a marriage, and she's not a weak bitch. She made a commitment and lived by her vows. So this sounds like wow, is this the miserable, jealous, bitter old woman, this one?
Because she's scared people will look down on her because she can't keep a man. But meanwhile, she'll look down on single women that are successful, beautiful, bossed up, making good money, ain't got no kids, or bitch, you done raise your kid and you out here living your best life, traveling the world. Older women hate on younger bitches because they're fucking mad that they fucked their life up. And
No,
don't
that's
let
not
this
true.
bitch.
Older women hate on the younger bitches because the younger bitches have got more value in the sexual marketplace. As the women get older, their value becomes less. And I laugh, guys, honestly, at some of the older women I've met that think they're fucking top shit, and you give them a good experience and it goes to their head, and then they start misbehaving, so you fucking kick them to the curb, or they can't sort out the menial of fucking issues in respect to the relationship, so they fucking wear you out no matter how tolerable you are. And their lives are nearly fucking over. They've got bad health, they've got fucking this and that, and oh, you name it, man. Some of them are perpetual victims. They just haven't looked after themselves. And the young Sheilas, if you find a good young Sheila, why would you fuck around with an old one? I mean, honestly, it's fucking nightmare. Real nightmare, man. I'm not frightened to say it because it's true. The last one was so protective or fearful, I don't know, probably both, or fucking attached or whatever you want to call, to her children, and 9 times out of 10 they're going to be your problem. She couldn't even fucking sort out whether I could go to her place or not. Absolutely pathetic. Really pathetic shit. And I was tolerable to that, but fucking in the end I just thought, fuck this, you fucking thing.
Be your mother-in-law, you taking her son away, you about to elevate together? Oh, she really gonna hate you.
Is a
What's this one?
old bitch who have not done what she wanted with her life.
I can't stand a bitch in her 50s.
So this old woman, right, this is what's happening to them. This is what's happening to them, man. They're running out of time. And they know it. I can't, for the life of me, understand how these women are fucking up relationships. It doesn't matter how good, bad, ugly, rich, poor, whatever you are. They just can't work it out. They don't want to work it out. Really, it's fucking disgraceful. And it's of no consequence to me. Let that be the same to you. Don't attach. Don't over-attach, because when they crash down around you or the issue comes up and they just will not fix it, fucking let them go, man. Guys, it might seem like I'm being hard on women, but I'm not. And really, guys, it's oh gosh, the poor old things as they get older.
What? What, you just hit my car?
Yes, I did.
Why?
You're in a disabled bay without a disabled sticker.
Okay.
You're not supposed to be here.
All right.
Now, kindly move over there where the baby and child bays are.
Yeah.
I
I'm
can't
gonna
park
go.
over there. You can park.
I'm sorry, okay, but there's literally there's 2 spaces right there. You could park right there.
No, that's not a disabled place.
Yeah, but it's literally right next to it. You can still park there.
I don't want to
How
park
is this parking space and that parking space different? Just the name.
Well, then
When I was here-
Never
just
argue
the
with
name.
these
You
old
go
people,
over there.
guys.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
If you don't go over there quickly, all those baby and child places are going to be taken up now.
I know, it's
You
fine, yeah,
damn
but like, you
brat.
didn't hit my car. You didn't hit my car.
Don't hit your car.
Yeah,
Oh, yes. Well, the poor little thing, it might be weeping. We'll see about that.
Oh God, guys, the poor old things. They got nothing better to do.
A lot of people talk about the emotional damage that can come from marrying someone who's below you and not worth your time, but I'm going to tell you the legal implications. And the fact that not enough people know about this blows my absolute mind. The law as it currently stands allows anyone that you've been married to for at least 10 years and are now divorced from to choose to retire on your Social Security benefits. And the crazy part is, it doesn't matter how long ago the divorce happened. It could have been in your 20s or your 30s. It doesn't matter that you guys haven't spoken in years. The truth of the matter is, when it's time to retire and you've gone and created this entire life being a boss bitch and he chose to be a bum, he could look at his earnings and see how much he would get under his, and then look at your earnings and see how much he would get under yours.
And guys, just let me say something, right? And this is really important. A lot of these women end up with mummy's boys who have been dependent on their mummy, even into their 30s and 40s. And what happens is, because of the dependence they've had on their mama, they turn their girlfriend into a mum. And then these women have to wear it. And that's what she's saying. It's pretty good shit.
And opt for yours. And while what he receives in no way deducts from your benefits each month, the idea of an ex profiting off of my hard work, choosing option B, which is what I put in, all because
Hey guys, this is what's happening to a lot of women because mothers are propping up their fucking lazy ass sons.
he decided to be a bum for the rest of his life, like that actually just drives me insane.
A lot of these men have been programmed to be bums because their mothers surrogate them and support them and make them dependents. And then by freak of chance or whatever, they meet a Sheila, try to turn them to their mother, and then when that don't happen, it all goes to shit, and then they whinge about it all. And this is the other side of it, where the women pay because of the immaturity and lack of character within the men, because of no father, probably been raised, or with a dysfunctional father, and the mothers had to become the male.
It is the most unfair thing in the world, and I want you to remember that the next time you're trying to rush into marriage, all because society is telling you need to be married by a certain age.
Guys, I don't even recommend marriage. Forget about marriage now. You got no chance out there. Really, it's a fucking zoo. Guys, you know, the last 8 relationships I've had, 8 relationships, it sounds fucking terrible. The breakups have never been because of me and her, in the sense that never had arguments, always got along. This last one pushed me a bit because the sons were in the background fucking everything up. I did crack at the end and go, well, that's enough for me. But check this out, guys. It's really, really sad.
Old, fat, balding, and let's just say, limp dick prick. Yeah, after 50, mate, it's all starting to go downhill for men. So, I mean, where do they get off with their misogynistic ways, yeah? Get out the little blue pill, the Viagra. We need the Viagra. And let's face it, I mean, come on. At this day and age, the guys are a lot more, what's the word for it? Experimental. I mean, you get some boring old bloke in his 60s and that, 50s, 60s, and he's only used to bloody vanilla sex anyway. Boring.
So this is where they end up, mate. They just end up laying on their back, getting ran through by whatever they can find. The young blokes don't stay with them. And a lot of you old blokes could probably up your ante a bit. But what the fact of the matter is, right? What the fact of the matter is, all the good guys are taken. So these women have just got to take what they can get, to be honest, and live with it. Guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, like and share the video.
Happy Monday. I think I've aged a million years over the last weekend. I am exhausted. I don't believe I've informed you guys of our 3-minute rule. And let me explain what that 3-minute rule is. We have a 3-minute rule for Levi, meaning that if we haven't clocked eyes with Levi for 3 minutes, we have to check. We can't go any longer than 3 minutes because something pretty bad could happen. And Friday was a classic example. We were at a friend's house for dinner. There's a few couples there, all their kids and our kids, and they were doing their thing. And then I looked at my partner, Kenny, and I said, have you seen Levi? He's like, no. So he goes out.
Guys, honestly, would you want your missus on here doing this shit? Fuck, I'm not even going to listen to the rest of that. And guys, be careful, because if you get with the wrong Sheila, she'll take what she can. That's just how it is, guys.
How could you afford that when you owe your auntie that much money?
I was staying with family.
No spending money, no anything. Other priorities. Don't tell me you went to America with all the possibilities that there are there with anything less than a minimum, even if somebody paid your flights £500, correct?
Correct.
I can understand why you're annoyed, but how does it feel to hear your auntie say that you are effectively not being honest?
Because this girl was supposed to be broke and she's gone on a fucking holiday with and owed them auntie money. Well, I'd be pissed off too.
Completely understand everything she says, but there was nothing right in with an agreed time frame.
You're correct. And you're in real difficulty here, madam.
I know.
Because she's correct. There is no time frame. Pay it back when you can. It's exactly what happens between family members.
When, just before she blocked me, I said, I see you've gone to Tenby again. Do you have any intention of paying me back? And then she blocked me. So she didn't reply as to whether she...
Guys, see this old woman in the stand, you may as well set her up as a husband, because this is what happens to the husbands.
...intended to pay any back.
Do you?
I do have every intention of paying the money back.
When?
As soon as I'm able.
Quando? When?
As soon as.
As soon as what?
I'm financially stable and I'm...
Could that be 5 years, 10 years, 20?
Hopefully not.
Now, before I come to a ruling here, one thing that's very sad is that this has caused, clearly, a breakdown in your relationship, right?
Yeah.
What do you want from your relationship with your...
So see this unresolved issue, it's caused a breakdown in the relationship. Now, again, you can be with a woman and she knows what the problem is and you can talk it out and go, well, I'll tolerate it for so long. And they'll run you into the ground until you got nothing left. and then wonder why you kick them to the curb. And a lot of them don't care. They just default back to their fucking mess and move on.
With your auntie moving forward?
I'd like her to trust me that I am going to pay back the money that is owed.
Well, that's a matter for her. What about you, madam?
I would find it hard to trust her.
C'est la vie.
I'd love to, but...
There it is.
See? And
how could you afford that when you...
And trust gets lost. Trust always gets lost when it's abused. And the last lady I was with, she was with a bloke and she loaned him $70,000. I believe her. But why would you do that? Why would you loan someone $70,000? She never got it back. She never got it back. So be careful, guys. Don't go around buying these women things and all this. Let them pay their own way. They wanted 50-50. They wanted to be equal with the men. It's up to you what you do, honestly, but nah, guys, it's 50-50 in my world. This is Pro Bricky on the Pro Brick exclusive YouTube channel. Subscribe, ring the bell, share and like the video, and we'll catch you on the next one.